Dragon Age is the gift that just keeps on giving. Now there's a new report out by Endymion, who's been given a lot of inside information, a lot of thoughts on Dragon Age. It seems like every other day he's busting the Dragon Age Veilguard woke narrative down, right? And just scrapping it like Hulk Hogan dropping a leg drop. Well, Fandom Pulse wrote this article saying Dragon Age the Veilguard accused of hating white people openly. Now, this caught my attention because, hey, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not anything to sit here and be like, "Whoa, you don't say." Well, this is YouTuber Endymion who made these accusations after not only completing the game but platinum in it. So he played it 100% and he said everything in Veilguard is gay, trans, and hates white men exclusively. I've said this before, but it's unfortunately true. And this again is no surprise when you consider all of the DEI that's been infecting BioWare in this video game. You know, you saw that cutscene with the misgendering punishment. You've seen the top surgery scars. You've seen the way that some of the characters are designed to look non-binary. It's all a whole bunch of woke cringe, and that's why it's not doing too good. They're trying to hype up the sales being okay in the UK, and that reports are saying that it sold 1 million. Yeah, whatever. Okay, it's still going to flop because it's not going to hit the 4 to 5 million sales release. All right. And it doesn't invalidate whether it sells a lot or not, doesn't invalidate the criticisms, which this article is talking about. So taking a look at it, he says every single villain in the game is either a white man or woman. They also make every faction be led either by a woman, like in the case of the Grey Wardens or the Antivan Crows, which are led by black elf women and some other guy. So, of course, male hate here, no white males. By the way, no single faction in this game is ran by a single man, and especially not a single white man either. The Shadow Dragons are led by a man and a trans man. The Veil Jumpers are led by an Asian and black elf. By the way, the Asian elf who leads the Veil Jumpers was previously in a relationship with Bellara, your companion. And the black elf whose name is Strife, if you don't romance Emmerich, the Necromancer, Strife and Emmerich end up being in a relationship as well. So the Veil Jumpers leaders are not only very diverse, but they're both gay as well. The Mourn Watch is led by a brown woman in a shadow ghost apparition thing. So anything except a white guy, guys, because white guys aren't diverse. They're the bad type of person to have in your game. They will go out of their way to make sure it's not white. It's reverse racism at its finest. Anyways, most of the people working in the game are trained and taught by their college professors and most of their life that white people are bad. It's literally an attack on white people. And keep in mind, I'm a Mexican. I'm not white, and I could see this. I don't buy into this woke ideology and this whole, oh, white people are the problem, they're the colonizer. And I wouldn't have a problem if the game was diverse naturally. What it is that you have these people that are forcing it. They're purposely going out of the way to spite the chuds. That's what it is. They're purposely going out of the way to spite the chuds to make sure there's no white people. Now, he goes on to say, like I said, none of the factions are led by white men at all. Everything is either gay coded or female led, which is, it's not a surprise this day and age. The Grey Wardens are led by a heterosexual couple, but when you look at them, come on, it's ridiculous. It's a dwarf woman and a French accent elf guy who looks like he came out of the movie Ratatouille. That's hilarious, actually. These two do not scream gay warden, gray, not gay wardens at all. They look like children. Like I said, the entire game is like this. So here's one of the characters. Again, a lot of questionable character designs in this game. It's like they did Fortnite, but somehow made it look gay. It's hard to explain, but they really went out of the way to make this game not like any other of the stuff in the past. So continuing on with this article, it says he then referenced another part of the game. White men are always the bad guy, like in Treviso, where the Antivan Crows reside. There's a traitor that is kind of hinted at early on in the story that's working with the Antam Quinari to, place the power of the Quinari over the city. And it's so obvious it's the governor. And surprise, it is exactly. And of course, when you look at him, what is he? Of course, he's a white man. And of course, you kill him in combat during the Treviso final faction mission. And everyone basically says, oh, that guy sucks and we're glad he's dead. This doesn't even sound entertaining. Like, how do people find stuff like this entertaining? It sounds boring. It sounds like, again, they're trying, instead of making great writing, great game mechanics, they're more focused on political commentary and somehow tying it in to make it feel relatable for this modern audience that does not exist, guys. And we've seen people like that Alex Cortez guy say, people that come in on board, they write based on what they've gone through personally because diversity happens. No, they're DEI hires. They're in there to push their agendas, whether it's what they feel relatable to or not. They have to live and die by their labels, and it's making for bad writing. Okay, people want to be entertained. They don't want a fucking soapbox. Now, going on, he says, like I said, this entire game, I kid you not, hates white people openly. It's disgusting. It's so obviously done on purpose. And then later in the video, he says, every faction's led by trans or gay people, and every bad guy is a white man or woman. Even Nev Gala's story, she fights a woman named Elio. Gee, I wonder what she is. Oh, that's right. She's also a white woman because of course she is. He then pointed out the game's agenda again. The problem is that they go out of their way to ensure that everything is as diverse as possible while ensuring that the villainous traits are only coded single-handedly into white men and white women exclusively. So they're going out of the way to make sure that all the villains are white. Think about how stupid that sounds. Think about how, of course, people are tuning out. Of course, people are asking for refunds. Imagine going out of your way to write a movie or a book or a story where every single villain is white, like a white person, and everybody else is diverse, right? Not one good white person in this game at all. I'm listening to what Endymion says. It's literally like subconsciously teaching people to hate white people. Those are the villains. And that's what they're raising out of people, that they're the colonizers. I've heard like literal like people in my lifetime that are going through college right now. Oh, the colonizers. It's like, shut up. All right. Now continuing on. It says it's very evident that the game here has an agenda. And what's the likelihood that every single person in power who's a good guy in this game is either gay, trans, or non-binary for the most part? And yet none of the villains that you face are trans, gay, or non-binary either. They're all straight and very clearly white. So yeah, that honestly shows that they're pushing a narrative out here. And this article goes on to say that it's been happening for years, that Hollywood has been doing this, pushing stuff, and it's conditioning, honestly. And it's pretty retarded when you sit here and think about it. It's like they're all deranged. There's nothing wrong with having a diverse cast of females, people of color, if it happens naturally. But when you're hiring DEI activists, when you're putting DEI protocol in there to ensure that check boxes are met, that's when you start to get narratives forced in there. And I'm tired of pretending that it doesn't matter, that the casual person doesn't care about this, because they do. That's why everything that DEI is touching is dying. So what do you guys think about this in regards to Endymion saying this about Veilguard? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.